Hi everyone and welcome to another Kickstarter unboxing video, and today we're looking at the latest in the Treasure Hunters series from Jelly Bean Games. So first up we had Scuttle, which was a pirate game. Then we had Ninjitsu, which was all about ninjas, and then we have Brains, which is all about zombies. Woo. And this is effectively the same type of game as the other ones. You're playing cards to try and get a total of, I think it was 21 points if I remember correctly. But the good thing about all the Treasure Hunters games is that you can mix them together. So you can have, if you want, a whole pirates, ninjas, zombies extravaganza, or you can mix and match them if you want to. But we've also got expansion cards that work with all of the various iterations of the Treasure Hunters games, and some Kickstarter promo cards that came with it as well. So if you're not familiar with the Treasure Hunters games, they are small, simple card games for ages 8 and up. Take around 10 minutes to play, and they're for 2 to 5 players. So let's crack open the box for Brains and have a look inside. Okay, here we go. Let's look inside. So I expect there to be just a bunch of cards in here. Oh, and we've got some brains. Oh. And another expansion. I forgot that was in there. That's Graveyard, a Brains expansion. 14 new cards featuring unique abilities and effects. So, let me just move the box out of the way and open this. So, we've got a bunch of cards. So the cards can either be used for their action or for the number of points or brains that they are. I can't remember what they are in the other games, but on your turn, you either draw 2 cards from the deck, or play a card from your hand, either for its action or as the treasure. And then, if you have 21 or more points worth of treasure at the start of your turn, you are the winner. So, as you can imagine, these cards are all probably well made to interact well with each other. I think if you start adding the other ones in, you may get some nice crazy interactions and a lot of fun. The art style on these is very similar to the art style, well, it's the same as the other ones. They've got these nice pastel colours, which are always quite nice. So you've got cards of different values, all the way from 0 to 9 usually, I think. Yeah, oh no, there's 10s in here. And then you've got a Jack, Queen, a King, some Jokers. I don't think the Jack, Queen, King are worth points. You can only use them for their actions. Guitar. Play these cards as a treasure. It is worth twice as much as the top card in your graveyard, which I guess is your discard pile. So that's the base cards. Then you've got this expansion that came with it. So let's see what's in here. It's a big box for a little pack of cards, I have to say. This just opens up. So another ace, Ouija board. So the top card of your graveyard with any treasure. I'm guessing there's like thematic cards about being in a graveyard, yeah. So just basically one of each number. So a few more cards to add into the mix if you're playing. But then we have the promos. So let's look at the promos. I'd imagine there's more of the same in here. Yeah, oh, a few more ones, jokers, 55. Yeah, just a random mix of cards. A ninja zombie. A villager zombie. A panda. Oh, a panda zombie. Oh, look at him. Oh, poor panda. It's disgusting. First aid kit, some matches. Captain Bluebeard. So these are sort of mix things in from the other games. So that's those. I might put the promo cards in here actually. So let's do that. And then we've got the Treasure Hunters expansions. So these are designed for all of the Jelly Bean games. So these 3 Treasure Hunter expansions can be played individually or combined to make every game completely different. So Scuttle, Ninjitsu, or any game in the Treasure Hunters series is required to play. So let's see what we've got in here. I mean, we've got more cards, but what do those cards have on them? Card list. Oh, that's nice. Heavy weather, blizzard, drought, eruption, flood, fog, gale, etc. the elements earth, fire, heart, wind and water. Heart, that Captain Planet, the cartoon, had heart as an element. So that takes me back to my youth. Okay, so we've got, what do these say on the back? Treasure hunters, treasure hunters, treasure hunters. Okay, so what we got? Weather cards. So, heavy weather, the elements, and masters of magic. So, heavy weather. Separate the weather and event cards, shuffle the weather cards as they form their own deck. After players have been dealt their starting hands, shuffle the event cards face up into the main non-weather deck. Weather cards have ongoing effect and can only be discarded or affected when an event card is played. So, for example, snow. As their turn, players may draw the top 2 cards of the discard pile. Or a rainbow. Whenever anyone plays a card as a treasure, they draw a card. So, okay, so it gives you extra rules that make the game a little bit more complicated, but probably increase the longevity of it quite substantially. So, those are the weather cards then. And there are weather event cards, so I'm guessing that's the ones with the lightning strike on the back, but might be wrong. Yeah, they are. Hurricanes, sun showers. So again, extra events that do things. Discard all treasures of 5 or less from play. Each player discards a card from their hand. Shuffle the discard pile back into the deck. That's okay. So it's like a hurricane, mixing things up. So those are the cards in the heavy weather expansion. So next up we've got these ones which have spells on the back. So I'm guessing that's the Masters of Magic. So do we have a card explaining what that does? We don't, unless it's in here. No, but I'm guessing they just get shuffled in. Draw 3 cards. Yeah, they're just extra cards that just go in to the game. So the same as the standard cards. You can either use them as their points or as an action. So I'll put that like that. And then we've got the elements. At the start of the game, shuffle the element cards and deal 1 to each player. Each side has a different power. Choose which side of your element card to use. Return the unused element card to the box. So fire, water, wind, earth, and heart. So for example, your treasures are worth +1. Or whenever you draw an extra card. So again, they give the players extra abilities that they can use on their turn. So when playing with people of different skill levels, element cards can be given to some players and not others as a handicap. Good idea. So there you go. That's the expansions. So we've got lots here. So we've got Brains, the Graveyard expansion, and the Treasure Hunters expansion. So if you like Scuttle and or Ninjitsu, then you'll like Brains. And as I say, if you've got 1 or 2 of them already, buy the set, mix them all together for some hilarious shenanigans. So if you want to find out more about all of those games and everything else Jelly Beans Games have got, the web address isn't on here, but I think it's just jellybeangames.com. But I'll put a link to it in the video description below anyway. So there you go, jellybean.games. That's a good domain name. I like that. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching this unboxing video of Brains and Bits and Bobs, and we'll see you for our next one. Bye.